Hello and welcome to the New Age Geek channels. If you're new here, we build an inclusive space for people of all walks of life through the power of friendship, magic, and tabletop role-playing games. Tonight we have Forging Fate, the sober D&D campaign set in the Critical Role world of Exandria, following our adventuring party, the Fists of Fate. What's up, Fists?
What's up?
Hello, hello.
I just want to say a little friendly reminder here that the New Age Geeks includes more than just us here up on the screen. It relies on all of you wonderful geeks and your participation in this community that we are growing together. If you want to become one of the New Age Geeks, you absolutely can. Just make sure to subscribe to our YouTube and Twitch channels and join our Discord, where you will find moderated chats, emotes by one of our favorite geeks, Sarah.
Love you, Sarah.
Hi, Sarah. And chat rooms with the cast and other members of this growing community. Another little friendly reminder is that the best way to help us out is with engagement. So we'd greatly appreciate if you'd watch the video all the way through, like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that these platforms know to share us with everybody else. Also, along the lines of engagement, we'd greatly appreciate if you would clip any of your favorite moments from the stream, whether that be happy moments, sad moments, funny moments, whatever moment you want to encapsulate forever. Beyond that, we have posts going up on Twitter, on TikTok, on Instagram, and on Threads, so if you are on those platforms, make sure to follow us for more geeky goodness.
September is Subtember on Twitch, which means you get to subtract 30% off of all new subscriptions. Just know that it is just for September, so you're running out of time. If you haven't done so already, now is the time to do it. New Age Geeks is a prime example for who you might want to subscribe to if you haven't already. Speaking of Prime, Twitch Prime is free if you already have Amazon Prime. It awards you a 1-month subscription to any channel here on Twitch. Once per month, you need to go in and resubscribe to that channel, but it's at no additional cost. Just link your accounts and click Subscribe with Prime on that channel. If you're feeling charitable, please subscribe, perhaps gift subscriptions to others, cheer using bits, donate via PayPal, check out our merch shop, subscribe to our Patreon, and lastly, if you wish to become a sponsor for the New Age Geeks, reach out to us directly via our Instagram page to begin those discussions.
Speaking of sponsors, if you enjoy the music we have going on here in Forging Fates, we highly recommend checking out the Songcraft bot. Songcraft bot allows you to play open source community selected music directly from your Discord server with just a few clicks. Whether you're streaming online or just playing at home with friends, Songcraft bot will you can use the audio stress free. With their pro level subscription, you get their playlist shareable. Oh my gosh, I'm messing this up. You get their playlist builder, shareable playlist codes, access to 40 plus music genres and 20 plus soundscape types, all for just $10 a month. But by using our referral code NAG, that's N-A-G, you get $2 off your subscription for the first 3 months. All you need to get started is invite the Songcraft bot of your choosing into your server, then just hit play and let Songcraft take care of the rest. So, that being said, as most of you know, Donald has gone on a hiatus for a little bit. So we would like to introduce you to our newest guest cast member for the time being. You've seen him on Goodberry Cafe, where he talked about being a cosplayer.
Are we back? Okay, wonderful. Like I was saying, I'm super excited to be here. It's still a little new, but I'm excited to get into it. That's just who I am. If you've seen me anywhere else, it's usually on Instagram. You can find me at Daytay Cosplay. That's D-A-Y-T-A-Y Cosplay. And yeah, I'm ready. Let's go. Let's do it.
Okay. With that, I think it's safe to say, let's dive into tonight's episode of Forging Fates. And And we're back.
Me?
Yep.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna give me like a and with the intro.
All right. And with the intro, tonight we have Whisper doing the intro, doing the recap for us.
Okay, got it.
Already in character.
Yeah.
Right.
Alrighty. So flying into Vasselheim, we see we're on our ship, and we know that we're headed to something really terrible. I wish we could have just stayed on the beach, but whatever. We see all the stones and shit, and this big dust storm approaches us, and we all try to help guide the ship through the cloud of dust. And we want to land on the Titan because we know that it looks like Sammy's already there trying to get the Titan heart. Then we see this giant stone turtle rise from the ground, and it keeps like attacking our ship while we're flying. And our crew is totally useless. We're like literally doing all of the work on the ship, and they were totally capable of doing everything, but I guess they were just waiting for us to tell them what to do. I think we should fire them. But we jump on our mounts and we fly down to land on the Titan, and then the ship is suddenly capable of shooting things by itself. And Gormog and I sense that the heart of the Titan is down below, but we don't know like the exact path. We just know it's down. And we see like a bunch of dead dwarves everywhere, and we land and we take a moment to drink some potions because like getting hit from that turtle definitely like hurt some of us, me. And one of us sees some shit written on the Titan about a dude named Vecna, and when we're looking around, we see like these big holes that go all the way down into this dark stuff. And we noticed that this Titan thing that we landed on doesn't have a head. And it's what we're standing on is like shaped like a body, and those holes are kind of like the lungs. And I really hope it doesn't come alive, but at least it won't have a head, so I don't think it's gonna think very well. And that means it can't sneeze without a head. So if we're in the lungs, I think we're safe. But then while we're like thinking about stuff, a stone face comes out of the wall, and it tries to talk to us, and it seems upset, but we don't understand it. So I do the first thing that I can think of, which when Clover was upset, I gave her food and it made her feel better. And plus, if Sammy is here and the sky is made of the walls, maybe it would be great to get him on our side. And so I offered it my last piece of jerky, but it was a total butthead, and it didn't like it. And so it yelled something back at us, and Clover attacked it because she's trigger happy, and we started fighting the stone thing. And this guy was like across a gap, right? And I'm pissed because I wasted my last jerky trying to like make them, you know, like us. So I jump at him, and I guess I'm really pissed because I totally missed, and it was really embarrassing. And Talon tried to catch me as I was falling, but he also missed, and I just plummeted through this hole. And this whole time I'm thinking, someone from the fists is gonna save me, right? And as I fall, I see these stone elementals come out of the wall and start climbing up. So I'm getting kind of worried. And I didn't want to wild shape yet because I knew we had a big fight with Sammy in front of us, but I couldn't think of anything else to do. So I turned into a giant eagle, but not before I got a peek of Sammy reaching this glowing heart thing of the Titan, which is what we were trying to prevent. And I was so tempted to just fly down and fight her. But all I could think about was the rest of the fists and how they must be in trouble since I saw the stone elementals climbing up to them. And if I were to fight Sammy right now, they'd never know about it since I have no way of communicating to them from this far away. And that was a lot of thinking for me, to be honest. I was a little surprised in myself that I wasn't just like super impulsive and went to attack her, but I was really worried about everyone else. So I turned around and started to bolt upwards back to my friends. And I finally get to the top, and everyone is fighting these stone things, and it doesn't seem like anyone even looked my way when I fell. And that didn't make me feel good. Talon was up there freaking out, waiting for me to get back, but it doesn't seem like anyone else really cared. So right when I got up, I saw a big stone creature grab Finnick, and Gormog rushes over and lays into him, trying to free her. And we're all barreling into it, but it's not enough, and it jumps into the hole while holding Finnick. At the same time, another enemy popped up to attack Clover, and Gormrog, without even thinking, dives after Finnick. So, like, fuck Clover and I, right? I stay to fight with Clover, but the stone thing grabs Talon and jumps over the edge as well. And so that's where we are at the moment. And honestly, it's not looking or feeling very good.
So, so
1d12 of psychic damage on that one.
Yikes.
as just a little extra, as Gormrog and Finnick have landed now in the chest area with Samayur, they see her standing in front of the heart that is being reforged in real time in front of her. There's a massive crash of this earth elemental a little bit further off from them. That was the one that had grabbed Talon before Talon had broken free, and it just plummeted and exploded on the ground. But because I don't want any of you to blame me for if you guys die in this fight, I've actually got a special guest that is going to be playing Samayur for this fight. So, if you would all do me the absolute favor of welcoming in, as soon as they're jumping in. Okay,
Girl, we
so
see you.
forgot to add in those audio things again. So again, would like to welcome Rima from Queer and Present Danger, who will be playing Samayur. So if any
Everyone's
of you
happy
die,
to see me.
yeah,
Everyone
they're
was
all
so
excited.
happy.
So when you all die, you can blame Rima and not me.
Rima, I love you. We will talk about this later.
The betrayal.
I like it.
Is Toby gonna talk to me later? Is Gormrog gonna talk to me later? Or is Damiano gonna talk to me later?
It's
God will
kind
talk
of-
to you later.
It's kind of perfect. I'm not gonna lie. I'm new, but I was like, wow. You know,
When I found out you were gonna be here, I was so excited.
Okay.
And again, because we missed it, happy Bi Visibility Day, everyone. That was cut off by the audio fucking up, so I apologize for that.
Bisexuals, we see you. You failed your self checks.
Yes.
wow.
That being
Anyways.
said, so Semi, you see crashing down next to you the ASMR and the half-orc of the party that you've been dealing with this entire time, crashing down into the stone next to you, exploding in this little burst of flame as they kind of slow their descent through the overhead cracks in the primordial. As they kind of gather themselves up for a minute, another huge explosion slams down next to them as an earth elemental plummets down, shattering against the stone. I am going to roll a d6 now to see how many more rounds it takes for you to revive the Titan.
I'm gonna freak out no matter what number
Ooh.
it is.
I'm
Why don't you roll a
texting.
D12 instead.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Not even a D8.
D10.
D20.
D20.
I'm like staring at my DMs, just like.
I will roll a d8, okay? I'll give you guys a little bit of chance to get better.
It's because I'm the new kid, isn't it? I'm just kidding.
Yes.
New kid.
So, that being said, now that we have that set up, I need all of you to roll initiative.
Aww.
Does that include me?
Yes, it does.
Am I here yet? Have I arrived?
Boy.
We will get to that when we get to that.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
Damn it.
All right,
Okay. That's terrible.
Rima.
Starting off strong.
12.
Okay.
It's not over 20, right?
Yeah, and then add your initiative modifier. You see that
I'm
on
rolling the die you gave me, Joe, so you can't blame me. You can't blame me for anything.
I'm rolling the die you gave me, Rima.
I'm rolling the die that
Ooh.
Hunter gave me.
Taz.
I got a dirty 20.
Okay.
Nice.
Gormrog.
7.
Oof. Finnick.
6.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Finnick never rolls well on initiative, guys. We know this.
Zarel.
I got 13.
Okay. And Whisper.
16.
Okay. So we've got Clover, Whisper, Zarel, Sammy, Gormrog, and
Bringing up the rear.
that being said, at the start of all this, first off, let me change the music. Because we need that good boss music.
Oh, shit.
Uh-oh. I don't like that.
No, because as Finnick was falling, she cast haste on herself.
Okay.
And well, no, because I did it so I could have 2 actions. I just need to look up the wording because when this, because it's concentration up to a minute, so I don't know if it's been a minute yet since I cast it.
It has not.
Okay.
It's been
How many rounds?
It's been 3 rounds, I think, in total.
3 rounds? Okay, so I have 7 rounds of haste left.
Yeah.
It's been 1 week since you looked.
And same with the wings then.
Yes. Okay.
Thank you.
So seeing as how, let me see. Actually, you guys are just out of range. You see the heart, Gormrog and Finnick. You see it glowing bright red before this wave of energy shoots out of it, and just barely. You feel a little bit of the negative energy kind of wash over you, but you don't. It doesn't actually hurt you at all because you're just too far away from it. But you feel a little bit of your soul tugged a little slightly towards the heart.
Oh, I don't like that.
But
Don't like that at all.
is that, which brings us to Clover. You are up. You are 750 feet up.
Okay. And is anything going on my level? Are there still monsters to fight up here?
No, but I'm a giant eagle.
There's no, there is. It is literally just you and the giant eagle.
I'm going to prepare my crossbow, but hold my action.
Okay.
And look at the eagle and say, "Let's go."
Okay. Whisper.
Yeah, I am going to squawk. Is that what eagles make?
Sure.
At
Yeah.
Clover.
It's a bird.
And tell her to jump on in bird language, but make it really obvious.
I'm just standing there like this so that you can grab me.
Oh, you want me to... Okay,
Like
I'll take a moment to
Rose
go like this.
at the tip of the Titanic, just ready to go. Or
Okay,
whatever.
I'll take a moment to go to like lean forward, like, oh, you could ride the back, do you react or no? Because
Am
if
I
not,
allowed
I will
to,
grab you. But
It depends on if Joe lets me, because my turn's over.
It's fine. You can. You guys got to get to the combat. It's fine.
Then
Yeah.
yes, I will get on your back.
okay. And then I guess I am flying and dashing.
I'm gonna just use
It's gonna take
fall.
forever.
I'm gonna use fall for this. I'll say you just start plummeting, like you're not even trying to control it. You're just fucking rocketing down. So
I'm terrified.
that is 500 feet in this round.
Cool.
But that is the rest of your turn, which brings us to Zarl. So, Zarl, you have been in Vasselheim now for months, and today seemed like a regular day until the earth started to explode with earth spires. And then a giant turtle kind of came up from the ground. And as you were working your way through the city, you saw this half-orc woman with this massive stone sword just lifting up her fingers, and earthly spires were just shooting out from the ground and impaling people around. She was summoning earth elementals as she went along. Creatures were erupting around her, and as was the ground, and she was just leaving this swath of destruction. And you took chase. You started to follow, doing your best to battle through some of the creatures that have been laid ahead of you now. You followed her up through the foot of the Earth Titan in the center of the city, battling your way up to what you gather is the chest area of this massive creature. You've fought your way here, battling more Earth-like creatures that are growing out of the stone and trying to attack you. And you make your way up the staircase into this room. You see there are a few raised platforms. There's this large spire that kind of reaches up to the bottom of the ceiling. There's these large cracks in the ground, and then in the center you see this glowing crystal-like shard that you see has some chunks taken out of it, but it is glowing red and is just slowly pulsing with energy. You see the half-orc woman standing in front of it, sword drawn, and you see power being pulled from the sword into the heart. But it is your turn. So first off, Zarl, can you go ahead and describe your character for us?
Zarl is about 6 foot tall. He has skin that's kind of like golden brown. Some people say that it glows, but he doesn't think so. It's just a figment of their imagination because they're lonely and he's pretty. He has jet black hair, which people swear that is not naturally jet black, but also a figment of their imagination. And he has gray eyes. Eye colors are gray. Which people swear they're light emitting fluid, but he thinks also it's just a figment of their imagination. He is a bard, so he's in the city because he.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Oh, okay.
What kind of clothes are you wearing?
I'm wearing some armor. I kind of wear it under what I have. It's just like a regular kind of light armor, studded leather thing because we like a little bit of fashion. So it's
Always.
studded on the
And
shoulder.
are you
studded on the
human?
chest. Yeah, well, I come from humans. My parents are both human. They actually are,
Okay.
from this city. So, yeah.
That's a very human thing to say.
Yeah.
Yes, human.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Human.
Yes, I am human and do all the human things like
Yes,
human
I'm
all
human.
day.
Yeah, for sure. And wears a really, really important little bracelet that is really near and dear to his heart that he never takes off.
Okay. All right. It is your turn, Zarl. What would you like to do? You have movement, you have an action, and a bonus action.
Do I know anything about where we're at? Like, any of my past knowledge? Would I be able to see anything that's like, oh shit, where we're at, or?
Basically, what I've already described to you is what you see in this moment.
Okay.
The ground is all kind of rocky, I'll say, with your perception. You see the ground's kind of rocky, and it looks like it might be hard to get across.
Okay.
But
Well,
besides that, you see the half-orc woman that's been slaughtering people in your city. You see
Right.
the heartstone glowing. And you see these
Okay.
two, you see a half-orc and a woman with angel wings, like, gathering themselves up on an outcropping over on the side, across the room from you.
oh wow. Okay. Well then, what I'm gonna do is, how far away are they from you?
They're pretty far.
More than 60 feet?
They're about 110 feet away from you.
Wonderful. Yikes. I'm going to, you said 120?
110.
110. Okay.
Swear to God, if this turns into a three-way fight, I'm gonna be real mad.
Okay. Oh, well,
Gormog,
this is what I'm
phrase
gonna
it.
do. I'm going to use a spiritual weapon. I have a spell called spiritual weapon.
Okay.
I'm not sure if I can throw a javelin that far.
At us?
No.
Which one? Who are you
We have
aiming
two
for?
surprise BBEGs today.
Yo.
I have a javelin, and I'm actually aiming for the shiny thing in the middle because I figured that they're both down here for that reason.
Okay, so you're.
Okay.
So
I
you're.
thought you were hitting us.
I thought they were too.
I mean, it crossed my mind, but I figured that I don't know which one is which, so neither of you guys can have it.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you're aiming this spiritual weapon over to here, onto the heart.
Onto the heart. 'Cause
Okay.
I don't know how far I can throw. The range on this, it says it's 120. So
Yeah, so you're gonna put it right here?
Say you love me again.
Spiritual weapon apparates a weapon that is now like a ghost-like looking weapon. So you're
Okay.
not throwing your javelin at it. You just are apparating like a new
You're
weapon.
you're summoning a new weapon.
Huh.
And it can look
is
like
there-
anything.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay, well, okay. Actually, then I feel like this might be a little better thing. Can I do control winds?
Sure.
Oh, there's a
Spiritual
map.
weapon and
Yeah,
dildo
okay,
into
is
the-
that me over here in the corner?
Yep, you're over here.
Uh-huh. And the little red thing is the heart thing, correct?
Correct.
Gotcha. Can I use control winds to my goal is to blast, or not to blast, to like move this heart thing away from these guys over here.
So that's definitely not gonna be able to move the heart in the center. It's very much built into the heart. It's a very large, heavy crystal.
Can I blast them away or something?
Who do you want to blast? Sammy or the half-orc and the
Angel lady.
angel?
Ooh, the orc.
Okay. All right, so I need you to. You're going to do ghost. Okay, so. So Sammy, you see. You feel the wind start to pick up around you, and if your ranged weapons attacks are as a disadvantage, and your movement is slowed, so it takes it's difficult terrain essentially for you. Okay.
I just realized I was deaf and muted. Yes,
Okay. Cool.
understood.
Okay. Date or I'm sorry, Zarel. You can move. You still have your movement, and you have a bonus action as well.
Okay. Can I try to move toward this heart thing?
Sure. Okay, that's your full movement.
Oh, wonderful.
Anything else?
And you said I have a bonus action, right?
Yeah, you don't have any spells that are bonus actions, so I think that's pretty much it
Okay.
for you right now.
Got you.
Okay. So that brings us to Sammy.
Alrighty. Let me see. How far away is Zeril? How far away is that?
He is 35 feet.
Okay. And if I leave the middle of this room, that's not going to interrupt anything that I want to do, right?
Nope, it is
set
just
me
pulling it naturally
place?
from it.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to use my action to basically take my fists
Okay.
and I'm going to bump them together and the
Shit.
knuckles are going to glow. And I am going to cast Enlarge on
Okay.
myself.
So the three of you in the room see Sammy just slam together the Titanstone knuckles as the runes explode across them, and her body just swells up to a large size now, the sword growing with her, and she is now a large creature in the middle of this room.
Oh, that's not good.
I'm just gonna look at all of you and say, of course you would always come and try to fuck things up for me, huh?
Kind of
I
our
gave
thing.
you all a chance. I gave all of you a chance.
Eva, I love you.
Now you have to die. And I'm just gonna look over at Zero and say, I'm sorry you got cut up in all of this, kid. You don't deserve what's gonna happen to you. And I'm gonna move over and I'm gonna action surge.
Which way are you moving?
Move over.
I'm moving right over to Zero.
Okay.
An action sedge.
Not the action surge. Sorry, I'm trying to find the little thing that I click so that I can make sure there's the action surge. Okay, so I believe I'm trying to find where it is in here. There's so many.
I'll just say while you look that up, Gormrog and Finnick, you see that the ground, while it looks like it's difficult terrain for you guys, Sammy glides through it with no issue.
It's a good thing I can fly.
And I'm trying to. I think I can do 3 weapon attacks right now, right?
Let me. Where's my mouse?
I'm trying to find where it said it.
Sorry. What?
One person.
High level fighters, man.
I'm trying to see where it says that. Oh, there it is. I'll just screenshot it and
you
send
get 3
it to
attacks
you.
per action.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to take the sword and I'm gonna swing at Zero 3 times.
Okay, go ahead and roll. Roll your attacks. And don't
I
forget,
told
these are
y'all I
even
was
stronger because you are enlarged.
shaking.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do this in D&D Beyond. Like.
So all of them do extra 1d4 damage. Just a heads up.
Okay. Oh, this. I see. Yeah. I'll use. It's not letting me click on this. That's fine. I'm just gonna roll these individually. Attack numero uno. That is a 27. That hit you?
Oh shit.
That hits.
What the fuck?
I love you.
That's a
I
27 hit.
Just got here.
You're really gonna be that guy.
Okay. I had to. Damn, Joe.
Yeah.
Damn, Joe.
Overpowered character, huh?
You know what scares me the most about that? You know, fucking Raynor is gonna be worse.
Fuck that
Yeah,
guy.
but she
Depends on how this
also
goes.
has a complete blade and the Titanstone knuckles. And we're kind of in her domain right now.
23
fine.
damage
It's gonna be
for that
fine.
one.
Okay.
How much?
Sarah, do you know how to take damage on D&D Beyond?
Yes, I think so.
Okay.
I'm looking for it. It should be a little thing in the
Top
corner, right?
Top right corner
Is it
where it has your current and max hit points. And just
Aha.
there's a little box there in between heal and damage. Just type in the number and then hit damage.
How much was that?
23 damage.
23. It's fine. I can take it.
You're a turtle. You'll be fine. Second hit. 30.
Yep, that hits.
Jesus.
30.
Yeah.
It's not 30 damage, it's 30 to hit.
Oh, it's not 30 damage.
No.
No, she was just rolling to hit you.
Your AC
20.
is if she hits above your AC, it hits you.
So another
So
22
just-
damage.
Yeah.
Jesus.
You made this character, Joe.
I got
Don't
hit
look at me like
for
that.
how much?
Another 22 damage. And then the last
22,
attack.
okay.
Yep.
Holy shit.
Jesus Christ.
That's a dirty 20.
Okay, that definitely hits as well.
Oh, wonderful.
18.
Okay.
How much? How I get
18 more damage you
18.
take.
18 more damage. Okay.
Are you still alive?
Oh yeah.
He's a turtle.
He's not a turtle.
Oh. I
What
thought
made
he
you
was.
think he was a turtle?
I thought you said a turtle came.
Yeah, that was the big turtle you
The
summoned in the
stone
city.
turtle.
Stone turtle,
Okay.
yeah.
I thought you were another turtle. Sorry. JK.
Anything else you want to do on your turn, Sammy?
No.
Okay.
I'm good.
Gormrug, you're up.
Great. Fantastic. Wonderful. I'm gonna look at Finnick and say, stop yelling at me for a second.
I didn't say shit yet.
You've said quite a bit at the end of last episode. Wholeness of body. Once prolonged rest as an action, you can regain 24 hit points.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna glow teal for a second, and then it's all gonna surge back into me as I'm going to basically double my hit points and get back up to half health.
Whew.
Uh-huh, yeah. And then I'm gonna no, I wanted that. Look at Finnick and say, got any ideas?
Maybe aim for the sword. If you can incapacitate Sammy, we can get the sword. Break it.
I don't think it's gonna work, but I can try. I don't have bonus actions, do I? That requires me to take the attack action. That requires spending key points. Not going to do that. check my items. I can do that technically, but I'm gonna hold off. That's gonna be my turn, just healing and waiting.
Okay. Which would mean next up is Finnick.
Cool. Can I get to Sammy with 60 feet of movement?
Holy shit.
Haste, baby.
Flying?
Flying.
You're 5 feet away from her.
Oh, good thing. You know what? I will use, because I have 2 actions, I'll use 1 action to dash, so I'm flanking with Zeril.
Okay.
And then
Oh,
I'm gonna swing on her with my sword.
All right.
like it.
For a 24 to hit.
You're muted, Sammy.
I keep doing that, don't I?
24 to hit.
That does hit me. I'll wait. What were you attacking me with? Sorry.
Magical greatsword.
Gotcha. Okay. That still hits me, but I just wanted a refresher. Sorry.
And I will put a 3rd level divine smite into it as well.
Oh yeah.
Alrighty.
Because fuck you.
I'm gonna.
I love you, Riva, but
No. It's all good. I'm gonna use my reaction. I'm gonna use a legendary reaction to raise up a slab of stone and try to cover myself a little bit.
so it would be 11 points of slashing and 21 points of radiant.
So, Rima, that gives you 3/4 cover, so that's a +5 to your AC, but that I think it still hits that.
Oh man, that's how that works?
Yes.
Fuck me. Okay, hang on a second. That won't work then. I know there was something else, but I'll just take you said it was 11? I'll just take the 11.
Hold on. It was 11 slashing damage and how much radiant?
21.
So you take 21 radiant damage.
Radiant.
As the sword slams into Sammy's side, it doesn't move an inch past her skin. It just stops dead against her flesh, causing no damage until the burst of radiant energy singes across her skin, burning her.
Okay. So that was both of my actions, and then...
I'm gonna send you something, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 1 second. Then bonus action. Shit. You know what? Can I cast Shield of Faith on myself?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna do that for my bonus action.
It sucks that I used my reaction for that.
Oh wait,
too.
no, I can't do that because that's concentration. Never mind. Why do I have so many concentration spells? I hate this. I'll just use my Harness Divine Power bonus action to regain a 2nd level spell slot.
Okay. Does that end your turn?
Yes, that'll be my turn.
All right. Start of the round.
Oh, I'm gonna yell out to Gormrogs, like, the sword's not doing it.
Okay.
Don't imagine punching it'll work either.
All right. You're all out of range. You see as another energy pulses from the heart. It sinks down into the ground. You see these roots explode out in a 20-foot circle around the heart and attempt to latch onto anything before they kind of leach back into the soil, unable to grab onto anyone.
20 feet?
Yep.
We just started the next turn, didn't we?
Yep.
Ah,
Uh-huh.
fuck. Okay.
Well,
I missed.
your
I
stuff
missed the-
your stuff is until your next turn,
Okay.
so you can use them whenever you want.
I think I'm gonna.
Okay.
I'm trying to see where everyone is right now. Finnick is
Right behind you.
right behind me. Okay, that's Finnick. I'll use another legendary action. This one's gonna work this time, hopefully.
Well, your reaction is different from your legendary actions. You only get one reaction per turn, but you have your legendary actions, which you can do.
Okay, so you put that.
Yeah, I know.
underneath
I
other legendary actions, and I just thought that
Yeah,
that
no,
was
they're
meant
different.
to be that way. Wait, so I still have all three?
Yep.
Oh, that changes things. Yeah, I'm gonna. All right. Yeah. So I'm gonna basically reach my arms down kind of to the ground and just pull them up again and raise an earth elemental out of the floor.
Jesus.
Yeah, because how tall is Sammy right now?
Large, so what, 10 to 12 feet tall?
Okay, because I wanted to, be at least like 10 feet in the air if I could.
Okay. Let me just get a thing for you.
I'm flying.
All right. So you raise up an elemental, which I will be in control of, and I'm going to roll its initiative. That's a terrible initiative. All right. So it is Clover's turn.
Where am I?
You are flying down still with Whisper. I'm going to just use both of your turns at the same time since it's going to pretty much end in a free fall. And you're both going to appear in this area.
So we have appeared.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Cool.
I'm still an eagle, and you could still be on my back. So that's up to you.
All right. So as we land, let me just get my bearings. I am 1, 2, 3, 4.
What about Goldie and Talon?
I was just about to bring that up.
Way too far to hit. I would like to stay on Eagle Whisper, but once again, ready my magical crossbow so that, and hold my action.
Holding it for what?
Holding it for if Whisper Eagle gets closer to my enemy.
Okay. Whisper, you're up.
Okay, and also, could Talon in my last turn have tried to break the grapple?
He already did, remember? That's why the thing crashed into the ground.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he broke it and the earth elemental fell.
Oh, okay.
So I will say he's down here with you as well.
Okay, cool.
And where would Goldie be at this point?
If Goldie chased after me and Gormog, he'd be down there next to Gormog.
Okay. Get them both on the map. All right. Whisper, you are up. You have no movement left because it was all wasted flying down. But I'm going to give you your action still.
Oh.
I mean,
I didn't know
I don't
that.
have an action.
Well, I mean, you fell 750 feet. So.
Yeah, well, you still didn't say that. It's fine. Whatever.
I don't have an action from this far away. So.
Okay. Did you want to do something else, Clover? Since none of you guys have movement?
I mean, yeah, I'm just gonna shoot my crossbow from here, still hanging on to Whisper, and it is
Clover
a
would have
magical
movement.
pierce. What?
You would have movement because you were just on me.
don't want to get any closer without you. It's scary over there.
Okay.
All right, that will be a 28 to hit.
You're
Sammy.
muted.
That hits.
All right. Twelve, 17, 22, 23, 24 plus 5. 29 magical piercing damage.
You see the arrow bounce harmlessly off of Sammy's skin.
With no
Harmlessly?
like,
Yep.
completely
I
immune.
only did radiant damage to her. The slashing did nothing.
Yeah, but I wasn't sure if piercing and slashing were different.
Yep. Seems like
They are,
that does not
but-
affect us either.
Even magical piercing is immune. Cool,
She
cool,
takes
cool.
the arrow, and in her enlarged state, she just uses it like a toothpick.
Sorry.
Thank you. I needed one.
Zaryl, you're up.
Talon's turn though, right? 'Cause
Oh,
he
yeah,
fell
that's right. You're right.
before
I'm
me.
sorry.
So how far is Talon from Sammy?
$65 feet.
Okay, he's gonna fly near her and then use the help action to try and distract her.
Okay.
To give the next attack against her advantage.
All right. So that brings us to Zaryl.
Oh, wonderful. Okay. Hopefully this works if I'm using this correctly. I would like to use what is this called? No, I just have it. I would like to use banishment on Sammy, if possible.
Okay.
I think I'm using this correctly, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to use that on Sammy.
Okay. Sammy, go ahead and roll a charisma saving throw.
Could I just counter that?
No, you don't have any legendary
I
resistances.
don't have any legendary counter spells. You didn't make me that OP, but you made me every other kind of OP.
Obviously.
Sorry, I'm rolling a wisdom save?
Charisma saving throw.
Charisma save. Okey-doke. That's an 18.
Silvery barbs.
Okay, then I will.
So
hang on.
disadvantage. And then I will give advantage to Zarel. So Zarel, whatever D20 roll you roll next, you have advantage.
Okay. Did I just roll it somewhere?
Or
Not yet. When
you roll
next
it
time you
when
roll.
when he asks for a roll. So
Gotcha.
I can remind you.
Cool.
All right.
Do
I'm gonna roll another one then.
Yep.
Okay. I am going to use Indomitable. And re-roll that. Because that was a nat 1.
Okay.
So I'm re-rolling
Let's go
that.
for a second. Nat 1.
Different
go.
die. This is the one Hands gave me, so it's your fault. Left you Hands. And that is a dirty 20.
Whew. Okay. So, Zaryl, you reach your hand out and lay it against this monstrous half-orc's body, and you see the magic start to take over, and as her body begins to get pulled into this alternate plane before she just slaps down with a hand, pushing you back with just a wave of her hand and disrupting the spell.
you gotta be kidding me.
I tried to help. I did.
Am I seeing you this weekend, Daytay?
I don't know after this. I don't know after
I'm
this
like,
one.
you're gonna know where I sleep starting like tomorrow. Like,
No, it's fine.
I just want to let you know I love you so much, and you're
I
my
got-
favorite person. You're when you walk into the room, it just lights up. Your smile
Right.
is so beautiful.
Uh-huh. Um, do I have anything else for my turn, or am I
You can move.
flying?
Mm. But if you move, it's an option for an opportunity attack? Or did Sammy already use reaction?
I technically used a reaction that didn't really do anything for me, but like I did fuck up and say that I was gonna use it, so like go ahead. I'm
Okay,
gonna roll a
well,
performance check for chat, excuse me.
what else can I do? I'm so sorry. What's available to me?
Let's see.
Oh,
That's
I
a
think I
dirty
have
20.
a thing.
Basically, the only things you have that are bonus actions are
I have
bardic
a question.
inspirations.
Bardic inspirations. Oh, okay. I have a question. I have this necklace of prayer beads.
Uh huh.
Am I able to use that, or is that a turn? Or is that a...
No, to
That's
do
an
those,
action.
those are actions.
That's an action. Okay. Okay. Well, then I will try to buff up everybody with some bardic.
Who do you want to give it to? You can give it to one person. You can.
Who's close? Oh,
Finnick is the closest.
Finnick is the closest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will give it to Finnick.
Okay, Finnick, you get a D10.
Oh hell yeah!
How
will
does
take that.
how does Zarel give his inspiration? What does he do to give that inspiration?
What they don't know about Zarel is that Zarel's basically a pop star. So Zarel's just gonna hit one of those real high Mariah Carey high C's.
What does that sound like,
go.
Zarel? What does that sound like?
Oh, do not.
What's it sound like, Zarel?
Oh, I'll do it.
Give it
The
to us,
mic's
Zarel.
gonna say nope.
I don't know if I can. My sinuses are a little stuffy. But just imagine your favorite Mariah
Just the
Carey.
riff from All I
Yeah.
Want for Christmas.
Yes.
All right. Did you want to move at all, Zarel?
Don't make us fail that this early in the season.
I'm gonna. How far am I now? Because I've been slapped away, correct?
No, it was just like slapping your hand away. She didn't actually push you back at all.
Oh. Did I take damage from it?
Nope.
Okay. Feel bad I am this close. Yeah, I'm gonna move back just a hair.
How many feet? It's 5 feet per square, and you can move up to 30 feet. So
Is the wind difficult terrain for 0-2 or no?
No.
Two.
Cool.
That's two squares.
Okay,
three
so 10
squares.
feet. The wind also has died down because he cast banishment. That's another concentration spell.
Mm.
That ends Zarel's turn. Sammy, you're up.
Alrighty. Let me see where everyone's at now. Finnick.
Here's surrounded.
I'm right behind you, baby.
I'm gonna go for Finnick. Can't have that inspiration. So I'm gonna. I'm like. Sorry, I thought I knew what I was gonna do, and now I'm like thinking.
Gornrog, you're up next.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone
I got
flies
it.
too, and I'm like a ground person. Why you guys have to make it so difficult? Why you guys have to fly everywhere?
Because difficult terrain.
Okay. I'm going to use my bonus action first.
Okay.
as kind of like a, she's gonna take like the first like hit that you gave her. Actually, no, JK. I was like, wait a second. That's, I kind of don't want to use that yet. Honestly, let's just do 3 more whack attacks.
All right.
First one, 30.
That hits.
Ah. $25. Okay. Second one. $32.
How high is your plus to hit?
Don't worry about it.
And none of this is necrotic or radiant, I'm assuming.
Not that I see.
No,
No,
it's
it's just slashing.
Okay.
So that's 19.
Okay.
Third one.
Just because it's Rima playing the character doesn't mean it's going to be necrotic damage.
Just making sure.
It's just your necromancer, tiefling person playing a half-orc.
I'll remember this for next week.
I'm looking forward to it. That's a
Oh,
21 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
And can you roll lower than a 20, please?
Yeah, just please.
Just once?
At least on this damage, can you roll lower than 20?
Actually, I might. $18.
Oh.
Will you remember this next week? You'll be like, yay, Rima didn't kill me.
Yeah, because I have 1 hit point left.
Yay, Rima's amazing. And I love her so
Holy
much.
shit.
And
Yeah.
I'm just a baby. I play a little girl on Wednesday. Spare bloom.
What else did you want to do on your turn, Sammy?
I kind of don't want to use that particular.
Okay. Did you want to move it all? Don't forget you have your battle mastery stuff.
But I was looking at it and I was kind of like, I don't know if I wanted.
That's fine. You could just look at it for next turn. But did you want to move it all?
I don't really want to provoke opportunity attacks, but can I? Battle mat. Okay, I know you're trying to tell me to do something, but I can't tell what you're trying to say.
No, I'm not trying to say anything. I'm just you haven't used them yet, so I'm just making sure you remember them.
I see. Yeah, what you're thinking of, I can't do that.
Come on, Rima. What do you want to do? What do you
I
want to do?
I know. I'm gonna bring another Earth Elemental up. I'm gonna use my legendary action now.
Okay, so you use your next 3 legendary actions.
Yeah.
This isn't a spell, is it?
Nope. He's literally pulling them from the ground.
Y'all are starting to converge on me, and I'm just like, minions,
Fuck.
awaken, protect me while I read this massive character sheet.
If anyone messages me, just give me a heads up, because I have too many windows open right now, so. But that ends Sammy's turn, so Gormog, you're up.
All right. Woof.
Reminder, Goldie is right next to you.
Yeah, I'm gonna shout to Whisper and Clover. Keep back from the heart thing. It's sending out waves of energy that don't feel right. And I'm gonna move as far as I can with 45 feet of movement. I guess what would be west of me.
Okay.
That's 45 feet.
Yep.
How far is what's her face?
$50 feet from your body.
50 feet. So, I'm gonna kind of just put my hand on my chest and go, all right, let's see if this shit works. Put my hand out. And Rima, please make a Constitution saving throw.
And your... I'm trying to find where your little Barbie is. There?
Yep.
Alright. Con save. What's the DC?
12.
Yeah.
Passed.
Yeah.
Then nothing fucking happens.
Oh no.
Okay. Is that in your turn, Gormrug?
That's all I got, my friend.
All right, Finnick, you're up, and then Clover, you're
Okay.
going. You're at the top of the round.
So I'm no longer flanking with Zero, correct?
Right.
Okay. Then I will bonus action channel divinity.
Okay.
So I have advantage on all attack rolls against Sammy. And then I am going to make 2 attacks with my sword.
Okay.
Because Radiant's one of the hardest hitting things I have right now. First one. 22 to hit.
That hits.
I'm just gonna do a 2nd level Divine Smite to start. I can just ignore the fucking slashing damage.
Yep. Don't even
But
bother rolling it.
that's still 13 Radiant.
Does that count? That doesn't count as like a spell that's cast, is it?
No,
No.
it's
Okay.
I'm just using my spell
Good
slots to
divinity,
fuel
yeah.
it.
I see. How much radiant did you say?
13.
Okay.
And then I will take my 2nd attack for... Please don't fuck me. Natural 20.
Whoa.
Let's go. And you know what?
I'm... Okay.
What?
Oh.
Okay.
Nothing.
Nothing?
Yeah.
I'm about to put a 4th level Divine Smite into this.
Hooey.
Do it.
I could have sworn I saw something. There's just a lot of feats
Okay,
here.
that's not terrible. That's not terrible. 21 doubled the 42 radiant damage.
Oof.
What did you roll for the attack on the second one?
A natural 20.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry,
it would hit no matter
reading
what.
so much. Sorry, how much radiant was that?
42.
42. Dang.
Big hit. All right. You feel that Finnick, you slam the blade into her again. You feel it's just like hitting a stone with a sword. But that second one, you actually see a bit of her arm chip and begin to crack, like stone being broken, as that radiant energy seeps into the cracks and explodes outwards.
Add 10 more radiant damage to that because of my wings. So 52.
Alrighty.
All right.
Oh.
Glad I
Big
remembered
hit.
that.
Big hit. Does that end your turn, Finnick? Did you want to move at all?
Heal it all?
Bonus action to drink. Oh, I used both actions, a bonus action, and I'm not moving. No opportunity attacks.
Okay. All right, then it is going to be the elemental's turn. This one is going to. I probably should have brought these stats up.
Oh wait, Goldie is gonna fly
Yes.
over.
Go for Goldie.
Thank you. So with 80 feet of movement, they can get to Sammy. Flying.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, because I know piercing, bludgeoning, and slashing aren't doing anything, but we're gonna try a stinger attack.
Yep.
Stinger attack.
Stinger. Is it at advantage?
No.
Okay. That's a 26 to hit.
That hits.
I'm trying to see. Did something new come in, or is that just the wings?
The same Goldie moved over the wyvern.
Okay. Could I use my reaction
No.
on the wyvern?
Oh, you can wait till they roll their attack and then use your reaction to bring up a stone pillar if it's the AC is low enough.
No, it was a different thing.
Oh.
It says, when a creature you can see moves into the reach you have with a melee weapon.
Oh, fucking polearm master, really?
No.
Okay, because there's a feat for that.
I was just gonna brace.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, you can brace.
You also need a Constitution saving throw.
Which one should I do first?
Well, what's the brace?
When you see when a creature you can see moves into reach that you have with a melee weapon, you're yielding. You can use your reaction to expend one superiority die and make one attack against the creature.
Okay.
Using the weapon.
All right, so you roll the concept. Well, what did you roll for the attack, Chloe?
26.
20. Okay, cool. I missed it. Sorry. Okay, so roll the con save, Sammy.
That's an 18.
Okay, so you succeed, but you still take half damage.
Okay.
Which was
10, 21, 24, 26 poison damage.
Okay. The stinger hits Sammy's side, and you see the poison just dribble down against her skin.
Okay, poison's a no-go.
Go ahead and roll
Still
your.
did a lot, though.
Go ahead and roll your attack, Sammy.
Yeah.
She's gonna fucking hit. Unless she rolls a natural 1.
22.
Yeah, that hits.
What'd you do? Roll a 3? Plus 19 to hit.
The only thing that works
23.
is radiant? Jesus.
23 damage.
So far.
23?
Yeah.
Okay, well, and then since you moved your used your reaction, Goldie is gonna. Goldie. Did Goldie use all their movement?
How much feet do they have?
80
So
flying.
they have 20 more feet.
Okay, 20 feet straight up.
Okay.
If they can.
Yep.
So basically, Zarel, any damage that's not piercing, slashing, bludgeoning, or poison.
Okay, wonderful.
All right. Does that end Goldie's turn?
Yes.
All right. Which brings us to the elementals. They are going to burrow underground.
Fuckers.
What? I was just about to hit them.
Okay.
What were you just pointing at?
Nothing.
Uh-huh.
That ends their turn,
I don't like that. I don't like that one bit.
which brings us to the top of the round. I need Goldie,
Yeah.
Talon.
Goldie's 20 feet up.
Doesn't matter. Goldie, Talon, Finnick. Oh wait, are you there, Finnick?
I'm more than 40 feet. I didn't have to roll last time.
Okay.
I don't have to roll last time either. So.
Well, you were way up in the air. You were still coming down the tunnel.
No,
Yeah, you weren't on the map yet.
no, I've been on the map for 2 turns.
Oh yeah, but the range was smaller on the other last one. Don't confuse me.
Okay.
It's a different effect.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay. Everyone make dexterity saving throws.
Oh,
Oh
Jesus.
yeah. At least I can do something in this fight.
Okay. Jesus fucking Christ. Zarel, you do have advantage.
What?
Zero, you have advantage.
You have.
And that means that I
Roll twice, take the
roll
highest.
another d20 and take the higher roll.
Oh, okay. Where's my- Okay. Let's try it. Alrighty. I appreciate that. Appreciate that very, very much.
I got you.
Okay, everyone roll. All right, if you rolled
Yeah.
above a 16, you take half damage.
Oh, you're fucking kidding me.
So I go down no matter what.
The rest of you take 7 damage. Clover, you take nothing.
I believe I also take nothing.
Okay.
Do I take nothing?
You take nothing.
Oh wow,
Oh, you
y'all are
take
really
all of
kind
it.
of get me out
Half
of
of
this game.
7, so 3.
Yeah, so 3. Sammy, the stones fall and hit you and just bounce off there. It just doesn't.
Oh.
But in this moment, you feel the air suddenly rush up through all around you. All of your hairs get blown up as you see the walls constrict momentarily before releasing, and the whole ceiling goes cracks, and stones begin to fall down from the top.
That is terrifying.
And you see, and you just hear the boom, boom, and
Ah,
Finnick falls to the
I
ground,
fall 10 feet to the ground.
instantly taking 1 death saving throw, 1 failed death save.
Yep.
And with that, we are going to go to our break.
What?
As the top
Lord.
of, as we are now at the top of the 3rd round, we're going to go to break. We will be back in a couple minutes, everyone. This has been a tense
I'm
battle so far.
stressed.
We'll be right back, geeks. Love you. We are back, everyone, as this battle is heating up. Finnick is down now with one failed death save. And we're back up at the start of the turn with Clover.
All right, I'm gonna jump forward off of Eagle Whisper. I hope that gives me at least 5 feet before.
What's your jump?
the rough terrain
What's your rabbit hop?
starts. I'm not using that yet.
Oh, okay.
I'm just jumping off of her because I'm high.
Sure, I'll give you
And
an
now I'm
extra
gonna
one.
use. Now I'm gonna use my I guess 25 remaining feet of speed to get close. Am I going up? Am I going down? I don't know. You decide. I only got that far, so it doesn't matter. So this structure in front of me is the heart.
Yep.
What happens if I hit the heart real hard?
It doesn't appear like it's something you're going to be able to damage.
Cool. I'm gonna rabbit hop around it, and that's gonna be 20 feet. That's a bonus action. Do I have an action left?
Yes,
see,
you do.
What can I do? What can I do? Going to use my action to summon my mage hand.
Okay. Where do you want to summon it?
It's right next to me, but it's invisible, so it doesn't really matter.
Okay, I'm just
Only
putting
I
it there
can see
so we know.
Okay.
Anything else you'd like to do?
Get real small and hope
Okay.
nobody notices me.
All right. Whisper, you're up, followed by Zaro.
Okay, so I want to fly to the top of the map area.
How many feet?
Let's use my whole flight movement. So that's, I can move up to 80 feet.
All right, you can move anywhere over here you want. So.
Well, I'm not gonna be not in the air though, because I'm gonna change out of eagle form.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna revert from eagle form back to whisper. And then, how far away am I from Sammy?
$50 feet, but you could have moved closer if you want. You just tell me where you want, how close you want to be.
And I'm going to summon Draconic Spirit.
Okay.
Summon Garlic.
Where do you want him to be summoned?
Right behind Sammy.
Okay.
And then that's my turn, but then I got Talon's turn and Garlic's turn.
Yes.
Cool. So do Talon's turn first. Talon's gonna again try to distract Sammy. And Garlic is going to attack.
All right, go ahead and roll your attack.
Pulling up Garlic stuff. So many different things open here too. Ooh. Actually, can Garlic be placed on next to Talon? I can't really see with the wings if there's
you're good.
Space for it.
Okay. I can put him
I want
here.
it to be able to do. That's not Talon.
You want it under...
I want it to be so. I want it to be able to do a breath weapon and not hit Talon or Goldie. Yeah, right there.
Over Finnick.
Would it be over, Finnick?
You're fine.
Yeah.
You're good.
Okay. All right. Well then, Garlic's not gonna bother. I'm not gonna bother with the rend attack because I've seen it. It won't work. But I'm going to use breath weapon, and it's gonna be
Garlic breath.
destructive energy in a 30-foot cone. Each creature in that area must make a dexterity saving throw against your spell save DC.
Okay.
Awesome. And I get to choose the type of damage from a list.
Did you roll,
Did you?
Sammy?
I was waiting to see what the DC was. I apologize. So that's a 19.
19?
Yeah.
Okay, so you only take 4 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
Okay. Does that end your turn, Whisper?
Yep.
Okay. Zaryl, you're up, and then Sammy.
Okay. Where am I? I
You-
think I'm under this wing.
Yeah,
right?
you're over here. Yeah, you're directly under the wing. Sorry. Let me try.
No, that's fine. I kind of thought that was me, but yeah, that's fine. You can leave where it is. I know where I am now. The cantrips. Those are things I can use without taking an action slot.
No,
or-
they cost you an action, but they don't cost you a spell slot.
Ah, I see. Mm. Can I take a healing medicine? A
Yeah,
potion?
you can go ahead and take one of your healing potions. It's 2d4 plus 2. And that's a bonus action to take.
Okay, I have a potion of healing. You said 2d4
Plus 2.
plus 2. Do I just roll them? Or...
Yep.
What? Have a d4? I don't have a d4. Actually, no, I do have a d4. The first one is 4. Second one is...
Okay. What do you want to do for your action?
I've noticed that Finnick's radiant damage is the only thing that's kind of working.
Yep.
So I think it's about time to pull out the big guns.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna use this ethereal harmony blade.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm gonna use this ethereal harmony. How far am I away from it?
You got to move up, but you have enough movement to get there.
Enough?
Yeah.
Okay.
Joe, did you give him one of my homebrew items?
8, 9.
I don't think so.
The Ethereal Harmony Blade is one of my homebrew items.
Oh, then I let him pick it, so.
Let's
Yeah,
go!
no, I saw it.
Shout out to my homebrew items.
There you go.
Sorry, just to make sure I know where I'm at. I'm adding 9 plus 2 to my health, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
But do that once we get the rest of it done. Don't worry about that now. Do that when it's not your turn, and we'll just this way we can move things along.
Okay, I'm gonna. Hopefully this is gonna work. I'm going to I guess dash forward. I don't know how. I can't really see myself. I'm gonna run forward.
Yep.
And I'm going to make a swiping attack, to right up the middle, bisect.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll a d20 at advantage because you are flanking with Whisper's Dragon Spirit.
You're attacking Sammy?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, well, it would be advantage anyways, because I gave the help action.
Yes.
Okay, so I have an 8.
Did you roll twice?
Oh, I'm supposed to roll twice. Okay.
Yeah.
8.
Okay. 8
Oh,
plus
no.
5, that does not hit.
Wonderful. Okay. What do I have left to do? Anything else I can do? Can I?
No.
I guess I'm gonna die.
All right. Sammy, you're up, and then Gormrog, you're next.
Okay. So, I'm gonna use my bonus action to second wind myself.
Okay.
That's 16. All right. And then I'm going to cast Spike Growth.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast it on a 20-foot radius centered on myself. So I'm literally just going to take my foot and just stomp it into the ground as hard as I can, like tough.
All right.
And just poof.
Yeah.
Damn.
So, earthly spines just erupt around her. What do they got to roll for that, Sammy?
It's just difficult terrain. Technically there is no saving throw. It's just
If they move, they take damage.
If they move or when a creature moves into or within the area, it takes 2d4 piercing damage for every 5 feet it travels, and then the transformation of the ground is camouflaged. Any creature that can't see the area at the time the spell is cast, that's when you make a wisdom save.
Okay. All right.
But I think this area isn't like dark or anything.
No, everyone can see that pop out, so that's good. What else did you want to do?
I'm gonna roll 2d4 so that everyone knows how much damage to take. So that's a 1 and a 2. So
All right.
that's 3 damage every 5 feet.
Yes.
And that doesn't technically count as a spell attack.
Nope.
So I'm going to use a legendary action to attack Zeril.
Okay, go ahead and roll your attack.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 24. To hit, not damage. I should specify. Mm, 19.
19 damage to Zarel. How you looking, Zarel?
I'm dead.
You are.
You're not dead.
Oh, sir, I am dead.
Zarel falls unconscious as a giant earth blade slams into his shoulder, just shattering his collarbone. You see his arm just kind of hang now as it just slumps down to the ground.
Join the club.
Since I attacked once, do I technically get to attack 2 more times?
No, not for your legendary attacks.
Okay. That wyvern, it looks scary.
It's also 20 feet.
Yeah, you can't reach that.
Oh,
it's
my
flying
bad.
too high for you. Gormrog, you're up.
If I moved 45 feet west again, would I have a line of sight with some of your?
You have a line of sight now.
Who else is in that line?
Clover, Talon, and that's it.
Yeah, I don't want them in that line.
Okay. So 45 feet?
If I can.
10, 20, 30, 40. That would give you a line of sight without anyone else in it.
Okay. The last one wasn't big enough. So this time I'm going to take all of the energy I can from the shard that lives inside me now, and with all 5 charges, lightning bolt.
Okay. What does Sammy got to make?
Dex saving throw.
Okay, go ahead and roll your dex save, Sammy.
All right, I'm trying to remember. I think there was something with dexterity specifically. Oh no.
I don't think so.
That's actually, I don't think that applies to this. That's for checks and not saves, I think.
Yeah, I don't think you have anything that would be good for that.
All right, dex save. That is an 8.
Okay.
It's gonna fail,
Mm-hmm.
which means it is going to do 10d6 lightning damage.
Hell
Okay.
yeah. Do it for me.
Let's go. Learned a thing or two.
Okay.
Do it.
36 points of lightning damage.
Pretty
Alright.
good, pretty good. Nice job.
Let's go.
Sammy, you are rocked with electricity, and all of it goes through, electrifying every inch of your body.
I'm sorry, and how much was that again? 30?
36.
36.
What else did you want to do on your turn, Gormrog?
I've moved as far as I can. That was my action. I've used up every charge this thing has. I guess I'm done.
Okay. Finnick, go ahead and roll a death saving throw for me.
That is a fail.
Okay. Finnick is at 2 failed death saves. It is now the Elemental's turn. This one is going to pop up right in front of you, Gormrog. And this one
Get out of the way.
is going to pop up right next to you.
Great timing, Elemental. Could have used you like a second ago.
It would have hit them too.
Okay.
Oh, Joe, question.
Answer.
Can I use Bardic Inspiration on my death saves or no?
I'll say sure.
Just need a 7 or higher. Nope.
Okay.
I rolled
Oh,
a 6, so it would have made it a 9.
This guy, first roll, natural 20. Second roll, miss with a 2. This guy, first roll, 18 to hit. Second roll, 16 to hit, plus 8. So that both, so 3 hits, 1 is a natural 20.
Okay.
Pretty much.
Okay, natural 20.
Clover and Whisper, you got this.
I do got this. I've got plans.
Natural 20 first. That's
Run away.
that's 18 5, so 23 damage on the first attack. You still up?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Next one.
Remember, I healed
is,
24 points last time.
7 bludgeoning damage on the second hit. I rolled 2 1s. Then the last one is 11 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And that is going to end their turn. Which brings us to the top of round 4. You see the heart glowing once more. And explode outward with that necrotic energy. I need
This turn we heal.
every single person except for Whisper to go ahead and roll a Constitution saving throw.
If I'm dead or not dead, unconscious, can I even roll a con save?
No, you automatically
Save.
fail.
Then Fennec is dead.
Oh.
That's
Is that
3
for me
failed.
too?
Yeah, you automatically fail.
Are
You
you
only
sure
fail
about
one.
that? Are you sure about that? You sure? Because I think what happens is
Oh no,
we
no, they
still have one more
automatically
round.
no, they automatically fail Strength and Dex. So you can go ahead and make your Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Hey, roll good, girl.
Ah,
So go ahead and make a con
Okay,
save,
thanks.
Zaryl.
20.
Yeah, roll d20 and add your Constitution saving modifier. For you, I will tell you what it is right now. It is
17.
a +2. 17. So that's a pass.
Okay.
11.
That is a fail. So you take 1 failed death save.
Don't worry, we're coming for you. It's
Oh
just
my
gonna take
God.
another turn.
I guess the question is does it do damage on a failed save?
Who rolled above 16?
Or on a success?
Who rolled below a 16? I'm sorry. No one rolled below a 16.
Does that include me?
No, you don't worry about this.
You keep saying everyone, and I'm like,
Okay, so all of you take half damage, which half of 16 is 8,
And I still
and you still automatically fail.
well, Fennec is dead, guys.
Fuck.
So you all take 8.
I dropped down to 1 instead of 0 because of relentless endurance.
Okay. So
Wait. I can use a reaction to make a weapon attack.
okay.
So I'm gonna lash out at one of the elementals.
Okay.
With my defender sword. That is 21 to hit.
That hits.
And that's 14 points of damage.
Okay. So
Magical slashing.
okay, as the heart pulses outward, encasing all of you except for you, Whisper, and you see this happening. This necrotic energy explodes outwards in this dome of 30 feet, catching everyone within it, and you see their life force pulled from them into the heart. You see almost a mirror of their soul pulled out, and you notice one soul continue to get pulled. You see Finnick's body rise up as her soul is ripped out of her body and it's pulled into the heart. Finnick, in these last moments, what would you like to do?
What can I do?
Anything you want. It's your last moments. Anything you want to do, and you can. Anything you want to say, anything you'd like Finnick to impart.
Nick will look at Gormrog and say, "Have faith, Everflame."
And you, Gormrog, you see the soul of Finnick pulled into the heart of the Earth Titan. And as it's drawn in, boom, 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 the heart is beating now. Sammy, you feel that last bit of energy drawn from the blade in your hand as it disappears. The gauntlets pull from your hand, slamming against the stone like magnets. You are instantly reduced back to your normal size. Your mission is complete. You feel the air rushing through the now revived Titan's body. Top of the round. Clover, you're up.
Bonus action healing word on Zeril.
Okay.
He comes back to life with 7 hit points.
Okay. So, Sarah, you have 7 hit points.
What can I see on Sam's body now that she has shrunk? Like what can I see on her? What is she wearing? What is she holstering?
So she's wearing her typical the armor she's worn this entire time. She's wearing that as well. I'll tell you exactly what it is right now.
I'm more concerned about weapons and whatever she's using to cast her spells.
Sure. You see her. She has a halberd strapped to her back still, a couple javelins, a lance. That's about it. The Petra sword is gone. The Titan stone knuckles are gone.
The Petra sword was her like special sword.
Yeah, that was the Earth sword.
And it's gone. Okay, that's bullshit. Sorry. So what have I done already? I've bonus actioned to bring Zeril back to life. I'm gonna use, I have 30 feet of movement. I'm gonna move towards Sam.
Okay. There's still 10 feet between you.
Yeah, listen, I know no one's gonna understand it. It's,
you take
I can't
6 damage.
6 points of spike growth. Yeah, I know. I know that this is gonna sound stupid, but the thing is, I was gonna try to get her sword, but now the sword is gone. And I'm gonna send my mage hand and try to steal whatever her greatest weapon is off of her body while she's distracted.
Albert.
Because I have nothing else. I have nothing else to do.
Okay.
I'm gonna do it.
Roll.
So
sleight
I'm
of
rolling a
hand.
sleight of hand.
Yeah.
So she would have to roll a perception.
Okay.
What did you roll on perception?
You're muted still, Sammy.
Sleight of
Hi.
hand is a.
You definitely won that one. It's a 5 total.
Oh yeah, I got a 26.
Okay.
What weapon do you want me to steal from you? Give me the best one.
I
Your
mean,
halberd?
yeah, that would be the strongest one she has.
Sure. Cool.
Okay. Does that end your turn?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Whisper, you're up.
Okay, everything looks like shit.
Mm-hmm.
My original plan of what I was gonna do might change. I'm struggling to count. How far away is Gormrog and the elementals from me? I'm struggling to see.
70 feet body to body.
Okay. So 70 feet, you said?
Yep.
Okay. I am going to move forward 10 feet in that direction.
Okay.
And in the middle of the two elementals and Gormrog, I'm going to cast Wither and Bloom.
Okay.
The irony.
And so a 10-foot radius sphere centered on the point. Each creature of my choice, so both the elementals, must make a Constitution saving throw.
First guy is a 11. Second guy
fails.
is a 19.
That passes. So it is 11 necrotic damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. So 5 to one guy, 11 to the other. And then Gormrog can roll one of his unspent hit die.
What do I get? D8s?
Plus, and then your total of things that you'll heal would be your total plus 3.
Okay. Does that end your turn?
I'm looking. Yes, and then it's Talon's and Garlic's turn.
Okay.
So it's Talon, seeing her shrink, is going to actually try to attack.
Okay.
He's going to multi-attack claws first. That is 25 to hit.
That hits.
And that is 13 slashing damage.
Okay. You see as Finnick slashes across Sammy's skin, 3 gashes where the claws hit, tearing open flesh.
Okay. His second attack. 22 to hit.
That hits.
That is 8 piercing damage.
Okay. Again, the damage seems to be going through as she takes another full brunt of the hit.
That's Talon's turn, and now it's Garlic's turn. Sorry, 5. Okay, just one. Gonna rend attack.
Okay.
That's a nat 1, so that misses.
Okay.
And then a breath weapon, radiant breath weapon.
Okay.
So dexterity saving throw.
All right. Dexterity saving throw, Sammy.
Alrighty. It's a 23.
All right, you save, so you only take 4 radiant damage again.
Okay. That ends all of your turns, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Zaryl, you are conscious once more. You see this half-orc is back down to regular size, and that massive earth sword that she had is gone. It takes half of your movement to stand up, because you are currently prone. But you have your action, your bonus action, and your movement. Half of your movement still.
I'm feeling real upset about it. Mostly because she killed Finnick, and if I'm not, Finnick is a SMR, correct?
You did see her with Angel Wings, so yes, you
I
have
did
gathered.
see her with Angel Wings. Okay, so I kind of gathered that, and it really hit home with me because I was mad about it, and also the people clearly are good people, and I got a vendetta now. Said about it, so I'm going to I'm trying to be real mean about it. Concentration one. Okay. I'm gonna use command.
Okay.
On
At
Sammy.
what level are you casting it? Because you can upcast it to make it.
Oh, Oh, I can.
To,
Okay.
but that only does more creatures. So if you wanted to get the earth elementals, you could, but otherwise you don't need to upcast it.
Okay. How many are how many? We have 2 earth elements here, right?
Oh wait, I might have clicked the wrong thing. Hold on one sec. Nope, I'm right. Okay. Yeah, there are 2
There's,
earth elementals
two
and
earth
Sammy.
elementals.
Okay. Can I upcast to the 3 of them?
Sure. So you're gonna cast it at 3rd level.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna mark all that off on your character sheet. So Sammy, make a Wisdom saving throw,
Alrighty.
and then I'll do it for the earth elementals. Wisdom is +0, so number 1 is a 17,
15.
which is passes. Number 2 is a fail. So you successfully cast command on Sammy and on one of the earth elementals.
Wonderful.
What would you like to command them to do?
And I can give one command and they both have to do the same thing, or I can give them each a separate command.
There can only be one command.
One command. Okay. I'm gonna command them to get on their floor and grovel.
Okay. So this earth elemental drops to the ground, and as does Sammy, going prone.
And there's this what is it? A bonus. You said I have a bonus action.
Yep.
Can I do unsettling words? Or am I reading this incorrectly?
No, you can do that. As a bonus action, you can expend one of your bardic inspirations and choose one creature you see within 60 feet. The creature must subtract the number rolled from their next saving throw it makes before the start of your next turn. Okay?
Okay.
So if Sammy is to make a saving throw before your next turn, she has to roll a d10 and subtract that.
Okay. Nice.
All right?
Yeah, I think that's all I got, right?
Yes, that's pretty much the end of your turn.
Okay, for sure.
So, Sammy, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna see.
Well, also because of the command, can she still do stuff on her turn?
That's her turn is to grovel.
Yes, I was going to read it now. So yeah, you spend your entire turn
Okay.
groveling.
Gotcha.
All
What
right.
about legendary actions?
That you can. It ends on.
The end of the turn.
Yeah. Okay. So after your turn ends, then yes, you could do your legendary actions.
Okay.
All right. So next up is Gormrog.
So for my legendary action, if I use it to move, how does that work if I'm prone right now?
You have to use half of it to stand up.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay, Gormrog, you're up.
Gormrog is shaking.
Can I do
With-
that so that I'm standing and I'm not prone? I apologize.
Once
Just
Gormrog's
realized
turn's
I-
over.
Yeah.
What are you doing, Gormrog?
With tears streaming down his face, Gormrog is shaking. And he's gonna punch one of the elementals and say, Grakodan Samayor. Which in Orcish is give her back, Samayor. At advantage because it's prone, that is 17 plus a lot of stuff.
17 left.
That hits.
For an 8 on a d8 plus 6 is 14.
14 damage.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Sammy, you
It's
take
still
14 damage.
Oh, no, I'm hitting the elemental.
Oh, I'm sorry. I misunderstood.
Yeah, I'm just...
Yeah, still up.
Extra attack.
Mm-hmm.
20 to hit.
Okay.
Uh, 10 points of damage.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say it again. Krakrodan Semayor.
Okay.
Bonus action. Unarmed strike.
Mm-hmm.
That is a natural 20
Okay.
plus 8. Which means I get an orcish extra die.
Yep.
That is a 7 and a 7 doubled for 28 plus 6 is 34 points of damage.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Unarmed strike is only plus 3. So it's only 31 points of damage.
Okay. Still up.
And the burning key point for another unarmed strike.
Okay.
And that is a 19 to hit.
That hits.
That is 11 points of magical bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And in common, I'm going to say, bring her back or swap your soul for hers.
Okay. It is going to be the elemental's turn. This one is going to stand. And they're just going to attack you, Gormrock, because you are...
Isn't one of them groveling?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't
One of them has to take their turn to grovel.
You're right. So he's groveling still. I apologize. Thank you for reminding me, guys. I really do appreciate that. I got a lot going
you're
on
good.
over here.
You got a lot to juggle.
All right, this guy's going to make his 2 attacks against you. That is a 20 to hit, not natural, and a 21 to hit, not natural.
Also, Goldie still has a turn.
Okay, let me finish this.
After this, yeah.
Yeah, and then we'll jump over to Goldie.
Also, let me know when I can use my legendary action to not be laying down.
10 for the first hit.
Say that again.
10 for the first hit and 10 for the second hit.
Oh, the first hit knocks me unconscious.
Okay. So that is then 2 failed death saves as he slams into you with the second attack.
Yeah.
So go ahead. Sammy, you can use your legendary action. You want to use your speed, your movement to stand up?
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. Could I use 2 to stand up and move twice?
You can only use 1 legendary action at a time, so you have to wait till the end of someone else's next turn. So you could use it after Goldie goes, but you can't do it at the same time. But you do have 15 feet of movement left still.
All right. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll start heading towards the stairs.
Well, Goldie is going to try and grapple Sammy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Talon, the Dragon Spirit, Zarel, all get attacks of opportunity. Goldie is 20 feet up, does not get an attack of opportunity.
Well, Goldie still gets their turn.
Right, but she did her legendary action before Goldie would have gone.
Right, but you said her legendary action was to stand up, and then she can use another one to move after.
No.
Goldie's turn.
Her movement it's a movement one, so she has 30 feet. So she had to use half bit to stand up, and then the other 15 feet to move. It's not she's not using the secondary legendary.
Okay, then
legendary action
I
yet.
just misheard you.
No worries. Okay, so all of you get your attack of opportunities.
And that means we get to do something.
Yes.
You get to roll an attack.
Yeah, roll a melee attack. So roll d20 and then add +5 to that roll.
Okay.
What'd you roll?
13.
Okay, that does not hit. What did Talon roll?
Okay, first off, is spike growth is concentration, right?
Yeah, so that's gone.
Okay. Well, Italian rolled a 19 to hit.
That hits.
All right, that is 9 damage.
Okay.
What kind of damage?
Slashing.
You take full damage now on everything.
Gotcha. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hmm.
Well, then that changes things.
Ooh. Took the 9 damage.
Yep. What else you got, Whisper?
Garlic's attack was a 24 to hit,
That hits.
and that is 13 piercing damage.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Now you move your 15 feet towards the stairs. Okay. That ends your legendary action, which brings us to Goldie.
Okay. Well, now that I know that she takes full damage on everything, he's going to fly down and make a multi-attack. One with the claws and one with the stinger.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your attacks.
First one is a natural 20.
Oof.
So that'll be 20 points of slashing damage on the claw attack. And also that was on the die that you gave me, Joe. And then with the stinger is a 19 to attack.
That hits.
And then I need a constitution saving throw.
All right. Roll a con save there, Sammy.
And that's 14 piercing damage.
That's a dirty 20 on the save.
Okay. I lost a d6, but that's fine. You still take half damage.
All right. So that would have reduced me to 0, but I am using my relentless endurance.
Okay.
And then
So
I'm going
to 1.
Then I'm going to use my reaction.
Hold on.
So
Oh, wait,
hold
okay.
on, because
You gotta wait.
27 halved to 13 or 14.
27 halved would be 13.
So Sammy, that's the poison damage.
So you take an additional 13 points of poison damage, which knocks you down again to 0.
Gotcha.
Is there anything you can do in this exact moment, Sammy?
I would have technically. I don't have a reaction for the 1 HP that I went down to, right? Because there is a reaction that I typically get when relentless endurance goes off.
What reaction?
It's an attack.
I don't think you do. No, not that I see.
Mm,
I don't see anything about that, unless
it's
I'm mistaken.
let me find it. Orcish Fury. Immediately after you use your relentless endurance trait, you use your reaction to.
Okay. All right. But because the poison is taking place the same time as the stinger, it's just so it doesn't. You would be able to use it afterwards, but you're knocked down to 0 again because of the poison damage.
Gotcha.
So, that being said, Cece, how do you want to do this?
Well, Goldie, after seeing its rider go down and seeing the soul drift away, just lets out a horrendous screech as it jumps down on top of her with one slash and the tail just going straight for the jugular. Rima, just consider this payback.
It's not my character.
Okay. So as Goldie lands down on top of Sammy and begins to dig its claws in, eviscerating the body, pulling out bits of viscera, they fly off into the air. That beating of the heart behind you now. I think it's at this point we say good night to Rima. Thank you.
Sorry again.
You're fine. Thank you for
Love
coming.
you all.
Thank you for joining us, Rima. Thank you for killing my players for me.
Oh my god.
I can't say it's been a pleasure, but thanks for having me, I guess. Bye.
Good night, Riva.
Night.
And I'm going to give us a little bit of a music change.
So Sam's gone.
Yeah, you see Goldie now just ripping apart the body of Sam Ayur.
Is
And
combat over, or are we still fighting these elementals?
the elementals have, at this point, are just fusing back into the stone and rejoining the body of the earth elemental, the earth primordial. As you now see Gormrog unconscious on the floor, you see Finnick motionless and still.
I'm gonna get down by Gormrog and I'm gonna put a healing word into him for. Can I just? Or does it matter? 8 hit points.
How many?
8.
I would like to do something. Is it my turn, or do I?
Yeah, you can go.
Okay, so I get up, I'm pretty injured. I go over to Cece's body,
Finnick.
or Finnick's body, excuse me. And I'm gonna say, I see you, my sister, and then I'm going to can I cast a spell?
Yeah.
I'm going to. I have it. Works. I'm gonna cast reincarnate. I don't know if that's gonna work, but I would like to cast reincarnate on Finnick, if possible. Is that a thing? Can I do that?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to then
It does.
tell Gormrog?
Mm-hmm.
Saying that right? To take a step back. I'm going to take off my bracelet. Once I take off my bracelet, I'm going to starts to glow really, really bright, and it starts to hover, and it goes up top of my head, and my hair starts to grow and turns white, and my back starts to the clothes I have starts to bulge, and my stone gray wings rip through, and my eyes that are gray now turn completely golden, like beams of light. And I go and I say, "Come back to me, sister," and I cast reincarnate on her.
Okay. This is a casting time of 1 hour. So we can do this here. Just understand that you are going to be casting the spell for an hour inside of the primordial. It's possible, but I just want to give you that heads up.
Down.
Okay. So, as the rest of you are standing there, you see. Go ahead. What do you want to do, Whisper?
I feel like if Whisper had a chance, she would have stopped
Sure.
him from casting anything, this stranger from casting anything on Finnick's body,
Okay.
or tried to stop it.
Go ahead. By all means, engage.
If I see you starting to cast, as you walk over, Whisper's gonna bolt over, and yell at you. What are you doing to her? Who are you? Get away from her.
I'm gonna respond. Do you want her back or not? And I'm gonna look over at Gormrod.
Bring her back.
And then
yeah, bring her back.
So I'm gonna look at Whisper and wait for her to step back.
Her soul got sucked into this Titan.
Then rip it out. Bring it back.
It's
Clover's
not
gonna run
free.
up to the heart and start hitting it.
I'm gonna, Zarel's gonna say, let me try. It is what I was brought here for.
Whisper wants to reach into herself and see if she can talk to Vitalis.
You reach in and you find that glowing light inside of you.
Vitalis. Oh yeah. Is her soul trapped? What do I do? Is it stuck?
No, it was just used to fuel the creature. It was just used to fuel Petra's revivification.
Is
I
it
don't
free?
care if I have to punch my way through it.
What'd you say, Whisper?
Is it free?
We can pull
This
it
is all
back.
happening in my head. So
We can pull it
Huh?
back.
Let's
okay. I'll turn to Zero. What are you able to do to get it back?
I can reincarnate her.
And
I can bring
That-
her back.
that takes a while,
How long?
right?
It takes a minute, but it's worth it.
It takes an hour.
It's an hour. Yeah.
I don't trust that we'll be safe here for an hour.
Mm.
I have something.
Mm.
I'm gonna kneel next to Finnick's body.
I'm also kneeling next to Finnick's body.
I'm gonna say
Just
I only
support her
have.
head.
I'll say to the group, there's a time limit. There's a time limit. Can't be more than 10 days. So we can go somewhere else.
How long has? Oh, it's all the same. Then never mind. No. Hold on.
Whisper, is her soul free?
I think so. I can try the blade.
Okay.
Please, Whisper.
Do you
let
have
me
the
try-
diamond?
Yeah, I have
Okay.
one. Sarah, or I don't know your name.
No.
I'm gonna hold my hand out to you and be like, let me try first.
Okay.
It's faster. And I think that this thing is gonna come alive. If you
Oh,
let
I
her
see.
stay in there.
Got you. I'll step
So
back.
I will summon Vitalis Blade.
Okay.
And I will pull out my pack and get the diamond out of my pack.
Okay.
And I want to cast Resurrection. And while I'm casting it, I'm also going to be asking Vitalis, please help me.
This still takes 1 hour to cast.
All right. Damn it. What was I just reading then? Oh, I was reading the wrong one. I was reading the one that I do not have the price diamond for.
Can I suggest something? As Roll goes to the group. I'm from this town. I know a place where it's safer. We can take her body. There's a time limit, but it's enough time. We have 10 days.
Okay.
You also have the ability to do gentle repose, Whisper. So I will say you would have known to use that if you wanted to use that and then use Revivify, because Revivify is only one action.
With Revivify, the creature can't be dead for more than 1 minute.
I know that. I'm saying she could have used gentle repose to stop the time.
Okay.
The gentle repose just stops the decomposing of the body.
The spell also effectively extends the time limit on raising the dead. Since days under the
That would
influence
be
don't count
really
against the
flat.
time limit of
Okay.
spells such as
I wasn't
raise dead.
sure. Okay.
Wonderful.
Okay. Then let's assume that I do that.
Okay. So count off 2 charges for gentle repose,
Gentle repose, yeah.
and then 3 charges for Revivify. But because of the situation, we are going to go through the full resurrection ritual. So, as you begin to cast the spell, pushing the blade into the ground, you see the runes etch out around through the stone and begin to encircle Finnick's body. See the first ring begin to carve itself into the stone and begin to attempt to illuminate who would like to be the first to give something to this ritual.
I will give something. I don't know what I think I need to give, but I think because me and Finnick are kin in that way, I'm gonna pull a feather from one of my wings and put it into, or give it to the ritual.
Okay. Is there anything you'd like to say in this moment?
I will say, here is a feather for my kin, sister, and this is what I will use to help anchor you back to your body.
Okay. So I will say go ahead and make a persuasion check. Roll a d20 and then add plus 13 for your persuasion skill.
I rolled a 7.
Okay,
You
so
said-
plus 13.
It's 20.
So you got a
20.
20. It's 20. So as you lay the feather down on the circle, you see it glow with that stone gray light that your wings glow. You see the circle begin to glow with that same light. And it seems like it was successfully imbued into the magical spell. As it connects on the opposite side, lines draw up and another rune circle begins to carve itself into the stone. Who would like to be the second one to give something to this ritual?
If no one else wants to, I guess Clover will move forward with it. So in the past, we've just had to say something, but this time you want us to give something as well?
No, whatever skill you want to apply to it.
My
So
skill,
however you feel like you can do something to help this ritual along, to convince Finnick's soul to return to its body.
I'm gonna go history because I'm gonna recount some of our past conversations.
Okay, what would you like to recount?
You promised me that you would never leave me, and I'm holding you to that. You said that you would stay by my side no matter what, and together we would get through this, and we would get to the Feywild, and then after that, we'd just be best friends rolling down hills. I no, you're not a liar. So I believe that that's still gonna happen. Please keep your word. And I'll keep mine.
Go ahead and roll a history check for me, Clover.
That was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Not 19.
Okay. You
But my
see.
history's only a +1, so that was a chance.
Oh man, you see the next ring begin to glow, as it seems like it was also successful in its completion. As that final ring begins to etch its way across, who would like to be the last one to add something to this ritual? Gormrock, I assumed.
You told me to have faith. And I told you why I don't trust the gods. But I'm gonna trust you. So I'm praying to Cord, the Palor, to the Platinum Dragon, and everyone else on our side. I'm not done. We're not done. You owe me a fucking date. Please come back to me. And I'm gonna kiss her forehead.
Okay. What skill would you like to apply to this roll? Persuasion and
Religion.
Okay. I was going to say persuasion and history have already been used, so go ahead and roll a religion check for me.
Natural 20.
Okay. So that reduces this, each successful roll reduces the DC by 1. A natural 20 reduces the DC by 2. Okay. So now I'm going to roll a d20. Has Finnick died once before and been resurrected? No, right?
No, she's only ever gone unconscious.
Okay. So it starts at 10, 8 for the natural 20, and then 6. The DC is 6.
Just roll it again. Just let me roll it. I'm really good at this.
Okay. You watch as that final circle glows brighter, much brighter than the first two. Whisper, you being connected to Vitalis, see Finnick's soul push its way from the heart. You see it float out in this moment. It almost seems as if everyone else is frozen solid around you, as you see her spirit float out and hover above the body. You see it fade away, just fading to nothing. As the diamond shatters, sprinkling across the space. Gormrog, you feel the skin underneath your lips begin to grow warmer as suddenly breath returns to Finnick's chest. You see the runes fade away as Finnick has been brought back once more.
I wake up in a panic. Just desperately looking around, and as soon as I see Gormrog. I just... Did we do it?
Sort of. I'm just gonna pull her close and hold her and. But you're alive. That's all that matters. And I'm gonna kiss her again.
On the forehead? I kiss back.
As Finnick
And
and
then-
Gormrog share their first kiss.
With Clover like right there watching.
I would have found Clover's hand and had like a death grip on it. But Joe, as long as it's okay, I didn't interrupt you.
Go ahead. Whatever you want to do.
As I pull away, I'm gonna look over at Clover and it's like, I will keep my promise.
I'm gonna push Gormrog out of the way and get my hug.
I thought you were gonna kiss her too, and I'm like, hey yo.
Not this episode.
Hey yo. Whew.
Zoral is gonna take off his halo very quickly and put it back on his wrist and kind of revert back to how he looked before, because he doesn't want Finnick to see him in that form.
Okay.
Can I roll perception?
I'm going to
See if I
say
see it.
sure, but disadvantage.
That's fine. A little preoccupied at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a 3.
No,
I
you
don't
missed it.
see shit.
No.
Yeah, I was gonna use my persuasion to be like, it's just a figment of your imagination.
But as you all are gathering yourselves together in this moment, the room is beginning to grow warm as this heart is now beating in this space. Samayor is dead. Her body eviscerated by Goldie, just slightly away from you, Finnick. You now stand in the reviving body of a Titan. With your friend also revived, that is where we're going to call it for tonight. Because you all need to figure out what to do in this moment. I think that's a good place to end it.
Yeah.
Joe, what did you roll on the D20?
An 11.
Okay.
Oh,
Nice.
Nice.
All right.
Not bad.
My heart.
Your
My heart.
face.
you made it seem like he rolled a 5.
I'm always going to do that.
Stop.
Just a reminder to everybody to hydrate.
Hydrated
And then
night.
also, this week we have Investigation Check with Zach Savage. Next week we have Forging Fates and Queer and Present Danger as well. Since we're wrapping up stream.
Yes. We are wrapping up a little early just because I think this is an appropriate place to end for tonight. Not much we can get done in another 15 minutes, so stick around for the raid, everyone. Thank you so much for everyone who joined us. Thank you, Date, for joining us tonight. We will be back
Thank you.
next week to continue on with telling a bit of your story as well.
That was
Oh,
an intense first session for you.
Yeah.
that was that was a whole lot of for the first time.
Yeah,
Um,
welcome to the game.
It's like, okay, well, fine.
Thank you so much, Rima, for joining us. You can check Rima out on Queer and Present Danger every other Wednesday, where our amazing CC runs that game in a homebrew world with an all LGBTQ cast.
All clear cast. Yes. You
we-
cut out, so.
Oh, I'm
I
sorry.
had to-
Thank you. We just did the
I'm there
recap for
too.
that last. Yes, Dom is there too. We just did the recap for it, so that's up on YouTube. You can check that out to catch up on all the episodes before you dive in next Wednesday. Today posted the Return of Goodberry Cafe on YouTube. So check out our YouTube channel to check out Visigoths vs. Molgoths, where Jem ran a game for an all bycast and for Bi Visibility Month.
Oh.
What else am I missing? Tay, go ahead and shout out all your socials for everyone to go and follow you on all the cool things you're doing and let everyone know.
Hi, everybody. It is me, your neighborhood friendly weeb cosplayer person. You can find me on mostly everything at Daytay Cosplay. That's DAYTAY Cosplay. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on TikTok. You can find me on Twitch. And you can even find me under your bed if you're not a good boy or a good little girl.
Whoa.
Jeez.
They were the good time.
Scared.
Guess I'm gonna be bad.
Yeah. Wahaha.
Anyone else have anything else to shout out? Okay.
Oh, sorry. Also join the Discord. It's also Daytay Cosplay. It's very easy to find me. Promise you.
Okay. So next up, Wednesday, we have Investigation Check, where I'm interviewing Something Savage.
Zach Savage.
Zach Savage. Well, his thing is Something Savage.
Was that Wednesday
Yeah.
or Thursday?
Thursday.
Thursday.
Thursday, sorry.
Thursday.
I'm dumb. Check out Rima
So we'll
at
see you all
Rima
then.
Rabbit. That's all I got. Stick around for the raid. And remember, we love you, geeks. Good night.
Hey.